Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lillian of Lillian Fashion Lounge. In this class I'm going to be teaching you how to make this beautiful spiral design. If you want to like this type of content, please like this content, share and subscribe to my channel so you can get more videos like this. Hope Now for this class we are going to be using organza fabric. Now we are also going to be using thread. We are going to be using this fishing line I got from my Ridgeline boning. We don't want to use this one. If you don't want to go to the stress of using this, you can use the spiral boning. So the spiral boning is a little bit bigger than this, so if you want to use it, you just buy it, or depending on how much you want to use. Now we are moved to the sewing machine. So I already started. So I'll just show you a little bit of my process. Then we can move to how to place it on our dress. So when you want to place it, you can decide to fold your fabric in two. You can divide the fabric in two, but it will not be easy for you to do that. So that is the reason why I first folded my fabric. I folded a quarter of my fabric, so it will be easy for me to pass the boning. Let's call this should be the smallest. I don't know if I should call it boning, but this is the spiral from the Ridgeline boning. So you can decide to use this. You can decide to use the boning, then the spiral boning. You can decide to use that. So when you pass it, you start sewing, and when you are sewing, you make sure that you are sewing exactly beside the line. Make sure you are not leaving anything behind. So right beside the line, so that there will be no space for the spiral. Let me call it fishing line, so that the fishing line will move. So I'm going to continue like this till I get to the end of my organza. Now you can decide to use organdy. I would have preferred to use organdy because organza is very, very light, but I couldn't get the shade of organdy I was looking for, so, and time is not on my side, so I have to make do organza fabric. Even the organza is not really the exact shape, but it's still in line with it. So I might I'm going to cut out the then we are going to continue on a new on the next line, and we are starting right from the beginning. Now when you are starting, don't start at the edge. When you are starting, don't start at the edge. Now come down by 1 inch. I'm going to go ahead and continue sewing. Then I'll come back and show you guys. Can you see? Can you see the spiral effect? It's already giving us spiral effect. So I'm going to continue. Then I'll show you guys after I've finished everything. Now I'm done. These are all the this is all I could do with all the, we got it from my Regiline boning. So now this is all I could get. I'm done. Now it is remaining one. It is remaining one. So what I want to do now is I'm going to try to trim out the excess. I'll trim out the excess. After trimming out the excess, so whatever is remaining, I'm going to use it as the finishing. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. So I'm going to use, I'm trying to finish this embellishment. So just watch me as I go ahead with this. So now, if I decide to measure, but if I said I should start measuring, it's going to take our time. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to measure 1 inch. You can decide to use 3/4 or 6/8 or 0.75, depending on how you know your numbers. But I'm going to be using 1 inch. If there's any excess, I'm going to be cutting it out. Now, when cutting, don't cut a straight line. Cut according to the shape of the fishing line. So what I'm going to do is, you see this, this is the last my Regiline bone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it very carefully. So this is the result. Can you see? This is the result. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to now knit it further. I'm going to knitting this further. Now how do I do that? I'm going to be using my organza fabric to cover this part so that it will not injure the person that is going to be using it. So now the first thing you are going to do is you are going to first of all use your lighter. I forgot my lighter at home, so I couldn't bring it, and I looked for lighter here, I couldn't find one. So you're going to first of all use a lighter to, you know, to melt the sharp edges. This thing is very, very sharp, so you're going to use a lighter to melt it. So after melting, you take your organza and turn it. Can you see? This is how it's going to be. So I'm going to do the next thing to do is to place your spiral design on the dress. Make sure that your client is wearing the dress. Because I'm not using it for my dress, I changed my mind. That's why I'm using the mannequin to demonstrate. So you are going to now, the meaning now comes to you. It all depends on your creativity. You can place it anywhere. So far as it beautifies the dress, it complements the dress that you are making, that you are using it to design. That is the essence of this. It is an embellishment, so it's supposed to complement it. So as you can see here, I'm placing. While placing, you're going to be using your pins to hold them down. And while doing that, don't forget that after doing that, you're going to be using your needle and thread. It is best to use an invisible needle and thread. If you know you don't want to bead it, you can use invisible needle and thread to tack everything down using your invisible stitch. So you're going to do that. Now, when it comes to placing this, it is best that you place them in strategic places in a way that the edges are going to be, it's going to form like a design, so that it is not going to look too haggard or too rough. As you can see, the last edges, the first one I opened it up, while the last edge I am trying to place it in a way where it is going to be covered, because don't let me lie to you, beading is not easy. So beading the two sides might not look too neat. So that is the reason why I decided to use one to cover it. So that one I'll be tacking it down with the place I'm placing it under. Then the first one I placed, the first edges, I'm going to be beading it. This is what I would have done if I was using it on a dress. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned one or two things in this video. See you in my next class. Bye.